Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is August 2nd, 1969. This is the final game of the third schedule block, and I'll now start choosing games on the fly. But we got a heck of a game here to end the block. We are at Metropolitan Stadium for a huge game between the Baltimore Orioles and the Minnesota Twins. The Orioles come into this game a record of 72-32. They are running away with the American League East. They have a 10-game lead on the Red Sox. The Minnesota Twins come into the game a record of 57-48. They are 3.5 back of the Oakland Athletics to start here the month of August. So the Twins, remember, they historically won the American League West that year. They still find themselves behind the A's. So who knows where it can go here as we are 1 month away from the pennant race. And we got a heck of a pitching matchup tonight as well. Philip Reynolds, Ben Witz, and Brian B. joins us here at Metro Stadium. The Orioles historically won this game, and this was a very ugly baseball game. The Orioles had 6 runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors. The Twins had 5 runs, 8 hits, and 4 errors. So there was a combined 7 errors in this game. So if people say that sometimes you may see too many errors, it does happen. But will Inside Pitch do that tonight? Well, that's the question we're about to find out as we roll the dice to get to it. Jeremy Brooks now joins us here at Metro Stadium. So we definitely have a big game here between the O's and the Twins. And this is a pretty good matchup, and I think we are set and ready to have an exciting game today. Let's get to the game. Starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins in this game was Jim Perry, and I believe he was the best pitcher on the Twins that year. 20 wins, 6 losses, a 2.82 ERA, 153 strikeouts, and 56 walks in 69. We are at Metropolitan Stadium, neutral park, only -2 to walks, only 140 home runs were hit there. So if everybody is all set and ready to play for a big game between B-More and Minnesota, it is time to go to the top of the first as Cutter Historical and Phoenix Knight now joins us here at Metro Stadium. Let's play ball. Leading off for the Orioles, we the left fielder, Don Buford. 291 average, 11 homers, 64 RBIs in 69. We're going to use brown, white, and powder blue dice. Twins are the home team, and we are set and ready. Let's begin the month of August. Only 2 months left in this 69 regular season. Let's see what happens tonight. Perry, 1-3, strikeout 12. That is high. Buford, 3-5, and that's hit to right field. That's a 10, and against the righty, Buford's going to lead off with a double. So Buford starts the game off with a 2-bagger. He'll get to second base. And now the center fielder, Paul Blair, 285 average, 26 homers, 76 RBIs in 69. Marlon Price and Bruce Berkowitz and XSG2 now join us here at Metro Stadium. Good to see you there, Bruce. I'm not 100% sure if you've been in my chat before, but if this is your first time, it is a pleasure to see you. Strategy roll, Buford stays at second. Perry, 1-3, strikeout 11, that will be high. Blair, 4-2, that's flying to center field, and Cesar Tovar will make the catch. Buford, good runner, though. Base runner 4, hit to center, -2, and Tovar a 0. A 1-2, Buford will get to third. He will not. He will hold it second. And that will be, it's been a while. I guess it has been. I'm sorry there, sir. Next batter will be the right fielder, Hall of Famer, and yes, one of the greatest of all time, Frank Robinson. 308 average, 32 homers, 100 RBIs. By the way, rest in peace to Peter Marshall of the Hollywood Squares. He passed away, and for those of you who do not know, he was Pete Lecoq's dad. Buford on at second. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Perry, 4-2, error on a throw. Robinson, 2-4 against a righty. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Rod Carew. His error rating is a 9. That's a 3. That's going to be an error. Killebrew's range is a 2. He will prevent the ball from getting past him, but Robinson will be safe. So that's going to be an E4 on Rod Carew. And the runners will only move one base. That's the first error on the Twins. And they did have 4 errors in this game. So maybe we are going to see a high game today. So now runners at the first and third with nobody, 1 out. Infield will go to double play Dev. And that will bring up the first baseman, Boog Powell. He was ripped. 304 average, 37 homers, 121 RBIs. Every picture I see of Powell, his arms look like they're the size of logs. Runners at the corners. Strategy. Nothing on the 9. Nobody moves. Perry already in a jam here on the top of the first. Perry, 5-3. That is a blank. Powell, 3-4. And that's a base hit to left field. That will get the Orioles on the board first. Single to left. Robinson, base runner 4. -1. A 1-3. He'll get to third, and he will. So the ball comes in a little early, comes a little late. Robinson, good speed. He will get to third base on a ball hit to left. And the Orioles take a quick 1-0 lead here on an RBI single by Powell. So now runners still at the corners and still 1 out. But now it's a 1-0 lead for the O's. And now we'll bring up the third baseman, best fielding third baseman of all time. Brooks Robinson, 234 average, 23 homers, 84 RBIs. He was not called the human vacuum cleaner for nothing. Runners at the corners. Strategy. Nothing on the 16. Perry, 5-1, error on a grounder. Robinson, 6-2, and that's hit to right field. That's a 19, and that's just going to stay up there against the righty. And the right fielder will be Tony Oliva. He will make the catch for out number 2. Robinson pretty good at sacrifice flies. He has a 3. And he will not bring in Robinson that way, though. Robinson, base runner 4. Oliva, a -1 arm. A 1-3. Robinson will still score. And no, not deep enough. And they hold Robinson at third. So that will be the second out. And now 2 away. On a fly out to right. And now the second baseman, Davey Johnson, future world championship manager, by the way, for one of the greatest baseball teams ever in 1986. 280 average, 7 homers, 57 RBIs in 69. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 11. Perry, a 6-5 hit by pitch. Yep, plunk, ouch. He does hit Johnson. Johnson's a 4. Perry is a +4, makes him an 8. And now the bases are loaded on the first hit batter of the game. And now we'll see the shortstop, Mark Belanger. 287 average, 2 homers, 50 RBIs in 69. 2 men down. Perry in a jam here on the top of the first. Orioles already leading 1-0. Strategy, nothing on the 11. Perry will pitch. Perry, 5-1. Error on a grounder. Belanger, 2-2. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball again is hit to Rod Carew. He's already made 1 error. He will not make a second error. That's a 15. His error rating is a 9. He will get this one, and he will tag second base to force out Johnson, and the inning is over. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and a hit batter. So Carew doesn't make a second error this time. But the Orioles have already taken a quick lead. Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight is Mike Cuellar. This is the first time we're seeing him, and I believe Mike Cuellar really was the best pitcher for the Orioles in that year, which makes really Jim Palmer maybe the 3rd best pitcher. And if Jim Palmer is your 3rd best pitcher in a rotation, that's saying something about the rotation. 23 wins, 11 losses, a 2.38 ERA, 182 strikeouts, 72 walks. But now let's see how he deals with the Twins. Leading off for the Twins, center fielder, Cesar Tovar, 288 average, 11 homers, 52 RBIs in 69. I think Cuellar may have been better. Let me see. Cuellar, I think, had the better ERA. Dave McNally, which I do have here, McNally had a 3.2. He was 20-7, but with a 3.21 ERA. Cuellar's ERA is 2.38, and that's really how I grade a pitcher. Tovar, 6'6", blank. I'm sorry, Cuellar. Tovar, 6'2", fly out to left. That'll be handled by Don Buford easily, and that's out number 1. And now that'll bring up the second baseman, Hall of Famer, Rod Carew. And yes, one of the greatest of all time. 332 average, 8 homers, 56 RBIs in 69. Carew was already making a major name for himself. And I still say he may have been the best pure contact hitter I ever saw. Cuellar, 4-1, strikeout. He won't get a hit there. That's a 1. That's a swing and a miss and struck him out. First K for Cuellar, 2 down. And now the next batter will be the first baseman, the big man himself, Hall of Famer, Harmon Killebrew, and another one of the greatest home run hitters of all time. 276 average, 49 bombs, 140 RBIs. Killebrew, all he liked to do was hit home runs. Cuellar, 4-2, that's at the park. Metro Stadium, 3-3, and that's a blank. We'll have a rare play instead. So rare plays, bases empty, and that is a 25. First baseman goes into the hole to make the play and hurts himself on the play. Resolve as a G3 range play. Well, that's Boog Powell. His range is a 4, and he'll make the play to retire the side, but now we got to check an injury to him, and his injury rating is a 1. So a 1 or a 2, he's okay. That is a 2. Powell says, I'm a baseball player. I play ball here. Okay. I'm not like football players that kind of break a nail and are out for 5 weeks. I'm playing baseball. Side retired, by the way. Nice play there by Powell, who actually threw to Cuellar to make the out. 1, 2, 3, go the Twins. 1-0 in favor of the O's. Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at Metro Stadium. Leading off for the Orioles today is the catcher, Clay Dalrymple, getting his first looks. 238 average, 3 homers, 6 RBIs. He was the catcher in this game today. Perry, 4-5, strikeout, 16 is high. Dalrymple, 3-5, and he gets a base hit. He'll hit one to right field. So Dalrymple will get a leadoff single. And now the pitcher, Mike Cuellar, a 117 average and 5 RBIs in 69. Infield a double play, and Dalrymple will stay put. Perry, 2-3, walk, 4, that's too high. Cuellar, a 6-1, and it's a swing and a miss, struck them out. And that is the first strikeout for Perry, 1 away. And now here's Buford. Buford got a double his first time up. Dalrymple stays put. Perry, 4-1, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout for Perry as he gets Buford there. And now here's Blair. Blair is 0-1. Dalrymple, he will stay put. Perry looking in, and he will pitch. Perry, 5-4 at the park. Metro Stadium, 6-6, and it's a base hit. He hits that one pass short. Dalrymple, even with 2 outs, no way he gets the third. He holds it second. So a single for Blair. And now the batter is Robinson, and he reached on an error his first time up. Nothing on the strap. Nobody's moving. Perry will look in on Robinson here for the deal. Perry, 1-4. That's a pitcher result. Righty, 1-7's a base hit. That's a 3. That's a single up the middle for Robinson, and that'll score a run. Dalrymple will score from second base. Blair easily makes third. Robinson at first. An RBI single for him. The Orioles now have a 2-0 lead on the Twins. Stadium groans. RBI single for Frank Robinson. And now runners at first and third. Now a 2-0 lead. And now the batter is Powell, who says he can hit. And he got an RBI single his first time up. David Baker joins us here at Metro Stadium. Runners at the corners. Strategy. Nothing on the 19. Perry, 6-4. That's a blank. Powell, 6-2. That's a ground out to short. That'll be handled by Leo Cardenas. He will get that and throw to first to get Powell, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits for the Orioles, and we go to the bottom of the second. In this very big American League matchup, as the Orioles holding a 10-game lead on the Red Sox in the American League East, the Twins 3.5 back of the Athletics for first in the West. Leading off for the Twins will be the right fielder, Hall of Famer, Tony Oliva. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. 309 average, 24 homers, 101 RBIs. I had no problem when they put Oliva in the Hall of Fame. Cuellar, 4-1, strikeout 5, and cold strike 3, 1 away. Second strikeout for Cuellar, as he does go ahead and strike him out. Next up is the left fielder, Bob Allison. 228 average, 8 homers, 27 RBIs in 69. Cuellar, 5-1. Pitcher result, that 16 is too high. Allison, 3-6. It's a fly to left. And Don Buford will get to it and put it away. And now here's the shortstop, Leo Cardenas. Always felt he was a solid player. 280 average, 10 homers, 70 RBIs in 69. Cuellar, 6-5, strikeout 11, just missed. Cardenas, 1-5. That's a ground ball hit to third base. That'll be handled by the vacuum cleaner. Brooks Robinson sucks it up and blows it over to first, and that will retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Cuellar. 2-0 O's after 2. Top of the third. And leading off for the Orioles will be the vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. He's 0 for 1. Perry, a 5-6. Home run chance. Righty, 1-7. The 9 is too high. I'm sorry, no, my bad. Righty, 1-13. The 9 is good. Against a righty, Robinson needs a 15. Does Robinson hit one out? That's just going to clear that wall. Kaboom! That ball is high, deep, and just clears the wall by maybe a foot or two. Home run, Brooks Robinson. Stadium groans. Brooks Robinson gets a solo bomb, and that just cleared the center field fence. And the Orioles now have a 3-0 lead here at Metro Stadium. Big time home run by the vacuum cleaner, and they put him on. That vacuum cleaner went to high in order to blow that one out. Here's Johnson. Johnson got hit by a pitch his first time up. Doesn't matter if it's clears by 12 inches or 12 rows, it's gone. But Brooks don't find ground balls. Ground balls find him. Yep. Perry, 3-6, blank. Johnson, 3-6, fly out to center field. That will stay in there, and it will be Cesar Tovar making the catch. Next batter is Belanger. He's 0 for 1. Perry, a 1-3 strikeout. No way on a 20. Belanger, 2-6, and it's a grounder to second base. Handled by Carew, and he'll throw it to first. Next up is Dalrymple. He got a base hit his first time up. Perry, 5-1, error on a grounder. Dalrymple, 3-2, That's hit to right field. That's a 12. And that's going to be a triple for Clay Dalrymple. That is going to be a triple for Dalrymple. The right fielder is Oliva. His error rating is a 5. And he's going to make an error out there, and Dalrymple will come all the way around and score 4-0 Orioles. A bad play by Tony Oliva in right field. The ball gets away from him, and Dalrymple comes all the way around with a base running rating of 1. And he's going and slides in there with a triple and an error. It is not an inside the park home run. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A triple for Dalrymple and an E9. That is the second error on Minnesota. And it is now 4-0 Orioles. And Dalrymple being given oxygen in the dugout, I believe. So now runners with 2 outs, and Dalrymple gets one there. Here's Cuellar. Cuellar struck out his first time up, and Perry can't believe that his defense is letting him down. Perry, 2-4, blank. Cuellar, 2-3, and that's ground out to short. That'll be handled by Leo Cardenas. The throw will go over to first and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. A solo bomb by Brooks Robinson and a triple with an error brings in Clay Dalrymple as we go to the bottom of the third. Little League home run, yes. Leading off for the Twins will be the third baseman, Rick Rennick, a .245 average, 5 homers, and 17 RBIs. Cuellar, 3-5, error on a grounder. Rennick, 1-6. That's a fly out the left. That'll be caught by Buford for out number 1. And now they'll bring up the catcher, Tom Tyszynski. I don't know anything about him. 191 average and 2 RBIs. He was getting the call at catcher for this game. Cuellar, 6-5, strikeout 18. That will miss. Tyszynski, 3-3, and that's a ground out to second base, taken care of by Davey Johnson, and over to first it goes. And now they'll bring up the pitcher, Jim Perry, a 172 average and 7 RBIs in 69. Cuellar, 3-6, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck the mound, and the inning is over. Third strikeout, and 1-2-3. Go the Twins, 4-0 Orioles after 3. We go to the top of the fourth, and the top of the order for the Orioles. Here's Don Buford, and he's 1 for 2 with a double. Perry, and a run scored. 1-4, that's a pitcher result. Switch left to 1-13's and out. That's a 2, and that will be a ground out to third base, handled there by Rick Rennick, and the throw will be made to first for the out. Next up is Blair. Blair is 1 for 2 with a single. Where is Tabby? You don't see fluffy cats on this channel you don't see fluffy cats here like on that other channel. Perry, 4-3, strikeout 14. That will be too high. Blair, 6-2, fly out to right, handled by Tony Oliva, and he'll make the play for out number 2. And now the ambassador, Robinson, he's 1 for 2, RBI single and reached on an error. Perry, he'll go ahead and pitch. Perry, 4-3, strikeout 12 is high. Robinson, a 3-2, and that's flied to center field. And Cesar Tovar will go ahead and get that. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Jim Perry. And that's the first time we sent the Orioles down in order. We will go to the bottom of the fourth. Top of the order for the Twins. Here's Cesar Tovar, and he's 0 for 1. Cuellar, a 1-2 strikeout. 19 will miss. Tovar, 2-5, and that's fly to center field. Paul Blair will come under it and make the play for the out. Next up is Carew, and he's 0 for 1. Cuellar, a 3-1 possible error. Carew, 2-3, and that is not an error. That's a slow hit ball right to Cuellar. Cuellar is going to pick it up. Carew with good speed, a Baltimore chop. Carew was on his way to first. Carew's base running rating is a 4. The throw, not in time. Carew will get there with the infield single. So Carew makes first on an infield base hit, first hit of the game for the O's. And now that will bring up Killebrew. Killebrew is 0 for 1. Infield at double play. Carew had 19 stolen bases that year. He is not going here. Cuellar will pitch to Killebrew. Cuellar, 1-5 against the righty. That's an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball to second. 4-4-5. Shortstop. Pivot Belanger +1, a 1-5. It's a double play. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Twins. Right now, Mike Cuellar is just cruising along here. 4-0 in favor of the O's after 4. You must say the more you play inside pitch, the more you're enjoying it. Like I said, it does have a bit of a learning curve, but once you get it, it makes the base running mechanics of inside pitch, to me, are the most realistic of any game system. You never know where the bases are going to, you never know what the runners are going to do. We go to the top of the 5th. And leading off for the Orioles will be Boog Powell. And he's 1 for 2 with a single, RBI single. Perry will go ahead and he will pitch. Perry, 3-2, blank. Powell, 5-6. And against the righty that's hit hard and deep into center field, that's going to be a 2-bagger. Powell will lead off with a double. So right now the Orioles are just hitting them all over the place. And now here comes Brooks Robinson to hit a bomb his last time up. Powell on at second, and he will stay at second. Perry will go ahead and pitch. The more you play it, the more expensive. It's rigged. Perry, 2-4, blank. Robinson, 5-5. That is a grounder to short. That'll get picked up there by Cardenas. The throw will go to first for the out. Boog Powell, he actually will make third. It must have been a slow grounder, and Powell makes it to third base. One down. Here comes Johnson. Infield will play in. Johnson is 0 for 1. Got hit by a pitch. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Perry will go ahead and pitch. Perry, 3-2, blank. Johnson, 6-6. That's a fly out to left field. That'll be caught there by Allison for out number 2. Dave Johnson, a sacrifice fly of 3. And he will bring in Powell. The Orioles get another run. Stadium groans. And the Orioles now have a 5-0 lead here on the sacrifice fly. Left to left field. 2 away. The next batter is Belanger. Belanger is 0 for 2. But now a 5-0 Oriole lead. Perry, 3-6, blank. Belanger, 4-2. Ground out to third. That'll be handled there by Rennick. And he will get it over to first and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and a sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Twins will be Tony Oliva, and he's 0 for 1. Cuellar, a 1-2 strikeout, 16 is high. Oliva, 6-2, and that's a single. He hits that one past second base. And the Twins get a hit there and a leadoff runner on. Next up is Allison. Allison is 0 for 1. Infield a double play. Strategy rolls are still on, and nothing happening. Oliva will stay where he is. You're down 5 runs, so you're really not going to try anything, though. But you still roll for strategy just in case a kickoff rating. Cuellar, 1-4. Hit by pitch, 5. Nope, that's too high. Allison, 2-3. It's a fly to left. And Don Buford will go ahead and get it, and Oliva stays where he is. Next up, Cardenas. He's 0 for 1. Oliva. Anything on the strat? Nope. Cuellar will deal. Cuellar, 5-3 against a righty. It's a blank. Cardenas, 4-6, and that's a base hit right past the pitcher and up into the outfield. Oliva has good speed. He will make third. So a single now by Cardenas now gives the Twins a chance here. So now runners at the corners, and the batter is Rennick. Rennick is 0 for 1. Infield will play a double play depth. With runners at the corners here, try to turn the double play to get the inning over. Cuellar looking in. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Oliva on his third, Cardenas on at first. Cuellar will pitch. Cuellar, 1-5 against the righty. It's an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to short. 3-3-4. Second base pivot Johnson +1. A 1-5. They get it. And they do. Side retired. Stadium groans. No runs, 2 hits for the Twins. A 6-4-3 double play hit into by Rennick. It's still 5-0. Wow, that manager goes ahead and calls a double play depth to try to get the Twins to end the inning. You don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Top of the 6th inning. Perry still has a few more batters left in his tank. And it will be Clay Dalrymple leading off for B-More. He's 2 for 2, a single and a triple, scored twice. Got a triple and then scored on an error, a Little League home run. Perry will go ahead and pitch. Perry, 5-3, blank. Dalrymple, 4-6. This time it's a fly out to center field. And Tovar will make the catch. Next batter is Cuellar. He will bat. Cuellar is 0 for 2. This is the 1960s, not 2020s. Perry, 5-2, walk. 13 will be too high. Cuellar, 4-6, and Cuellar smacks one past first, and that's a base hit for Mike Cuellar. He will go ahead and get a single and stand on the bag. DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Next batter is Buford. Buford 1 for 3. Infield double play depth. Strategy rolls are now off. So now it's pitcher versus batter. Perry, 2-3, walk 12. And yep, that's ball 4. And Perry may be coming out of here a little bit sooner than they probably like. That is a walk by Perry. Runners at first and second. That's only the first walk given up by Perry in the ball game, though. And now the batter is Blair. Blair is 1 for 3 with a single. Infield a double play depth. Fans here at Metro Stadium not liking what they're seeing here. The Orioles are showing how good this team really is. Perry will pitch. 2-5, strikeout 11. That is too high. Blair, 3-3. That's flied out to left field. Bobby Allison is going to come under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Cuellar stays at second base. Perry is now tired, but he is due to bat second in the 6th. They're going to let him pitch to Robinson. Robinson 1 for 3. Got an RBI single and actually reached on an error. So Cuellar on at second, Buford on at first. Infield now back. Strategy rolls are off. Perry looking in on Robinson. trying to get the inning over. Perry, 2-5, strikeout, 15 is high. Robinson, 4-5, and it is a ground ball to third. That'll get taken care of there by Rick Rennick, and he's going to force out Cuellar at third base and retire the side. So no runs and a hit for the O's, but they have a 5-0 lead going into the bottom of the sixth. Leading off for the Twins will be Tom Tashinsky, and he is 0 for 1. Cuellar will go ahead and pitch. Cuellar, 5-6, strikeout 12. That is just a bit too high. Tashinsky, 2-1, ground out to short, handled there by Belanger, and he will toss it over for the out. Pinch hitter coming in for Jim Perry. He will be done, and the Twins will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch it will be Ted Uhlaender, 273 average, 8 homers, 62 RBIs in 69. So Cuellar will go ahead and deal to Uhlaender. Cuellar, 4-1, strikeout 9, that will miss. Uhlaender, 2-1, and that's grounded right back to the pitcher. Cuellar will go ahead and get that one and throw it over to first for the second out. Next up is Tovar. Tovar is 0 for 2. Cuellar goes ahead and deals. Cuellar, 2-2. Error on a throw. Tovar, 4-2. Nope, that's a fly ball to right field. And Frank Robinson says he'll get to it. And he will make the catch and retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Twins. Orioles a 5-0 lead on them after 6. Top of the 7th, leading off for the Orioles will be Boog Powell. He is 2 for 3, a single, an RBI single and a double. And we will see a new pitcher for the Twins, and it is going to be Al Worthington. 4 wins, a loss, 3 saves, a 4.57 ERA. Perry does leave with the L. So Al Worthington will be the second Twins pitcher. Worthington will deal. 3-3, blank. Powell, 4-2. That's a ground out to short. Handled there easily there by Cardenas. And he tosses it over. Here's Brooks. And he is 1 for 3 with a solo bomb in the game. Worthington, 4-1. Against the righty, it's a base hit right past the pitcher, and Robinson has his second hit of the game. Single for him, and he will head to first. And next batter is Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2. Sacrifice fly and got hit by a pitch. Infield a double play. Robinson stays at first base. Worthington, 1-2. Possible error. Johnson, 4-4. That's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Cesar Tovar. His error rating is a 7. That's a 4. He will make the catch. Remember, has to be in odd numbers on flyouts and pop-outs. Okay, so he will make the catch. He bobbles it a bit, but he holds on to it. And that will be out number 2. So Tovar does not make an error on that. And 2 away now, and here is Belanger. And Belanger is 0 for 3. Robinson on it first. Worthington, 2-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Belanger, 6-4. That's fly to center field again, but this time Tovar will have a much easier try, and he will make the play and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Orioles, but they have a 5-0 lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game tomorrow night is the beginning of the fourth schedule block. However, this block, I choose games on the fly. And I know Brian B. will be looking forward to this one tomorrow night. It will be August 5th. It's the first game of a doubleheader that was played that day. And Brian B. will be looking for his revenge as the New York Mets take on the Cincinnati Reds from Crosley Field. But a much different pitching matchup. It will be the terrific one. Tom Seaver pitching for the Mets, and Gary Nolan will be going for the Reds. So I know Brian B. will definitely like that matchup tomorrow night. Tom Seaver and Gary Nolan, a big game between the Mets and the Reds tomorrow for August 5th here on Inside Pitch. I do not think you want to miss that. Bottom of the seventh here, Mike Cuellar's got plenty left in the tank. And leading off for the Twins will be Mr. Rod Carew, and he's 1 for 2. 5-0 Orioles. Cuellar, 6-5, strikeout 1, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 3 for Cuellar, 1 out. Next batter is Cuellar, and he's 0 for 2. Cuellar, a 3-1, and that's a possible error. Cuellar, 2-2, and that's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Mark Belanger. His error rating is an 8. That's a 1, and he is not going to field it cleanly, and it's going to kick it away from him, and Cuellar will be safe at first. So that is an E6 on Belanger. That's the first error on the Orioles in this game. They had 3 of them historically. But Cuellar does get to first. And the batter is Oliva. And Oliva is 1 for 2. So an error on Mark Belanger. Infield a double play. Strategy roll. What's next? We will not be seeing I will hate to say this, Cutter Historical. There will not be another Expos game. At least not unless I have to absolutely play one. They are not in the post. They are not in the playoff hunt. I only stick with teams now that are in the playoff hunt. Cuellar, 4-5, strikeout 11. That will miss. Oliva, 6-6. That's a fly out to left. Handled there by Don Buford for out number 2. But but the teams that are in the playoff hunt, I am going to try, of course, to get them on the board. I need to get more board records. That's one of the reasons why I do that, so I can get more board records of the playoff teams for tiebreaker reasons. Here's Allison. Allison's 0 for 2. Cuellar, 6-1. Range play at the park. We haven't had that many range plays. Metro Stadium, 2-6. That's a fly out to left field. Going after that is Don Buford. He was pretty good. His range is a 4, and he's got it. Side retired. Nice play by Buford. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but the Twins couldn't do anything with it. Still 5-0 O's after 7. Expos could play spoiler, though. If I absolutely have to use the Expos, that makes a difference in the maybe like in the last week or month of the season. Yes, but I'm right now. There are certain teams you will not see anymore on the board, at least until the final week. If I absolutely need to use them, we go to the top of the 8th. Worthington is going to stay on the mound. He can pitch to 2 more batters. Might as well. Clay Dalrymple leads off. He's 2 for 3 today, a single and a triple, and scored twice. Worthington, 2-4. Against the lefty, that's a home run result. Against the righty, Dalrymple needs a 13. That's a 2, and what a game he's had. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone! Home run Clay Dalrymple! Stadium groans. A solo bomb by Dalrymple. Worthington just puts that right over the plate, pitches him a grapefruit. Dalrymple turns that into fruit salad. It's 6-0 O's, and Dalrymple is only a double short of the cycle. It'll bring up the pitcher, Cuellar, and he'll bat. Cuellar got a base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 3. 6-0 now in favor of the O's. Worthington, he will pitch. 6-5, strikeout 19. He'll get Cuellar there. Struck him out. 1 down. Worthington is now tired. They'll let him pitch. Might as well. You're down 6-0. Here's Buford. Buford is 1 for 3, a double and a walk. Now 6-0 Orioles. Worthington, 2-6, walk, 5. That's ball 4. He does walk Buford. So Buford walks for the second time in the ball game. Next batter is Blair. And Blair is 1 for 3 with a single. The Twins will let Worthington pitch unless he gives up another run. Worthington will go ahead and deal. Worthington, 1-3, that's a blank. Blair, 4-6, that's popped out to second base. And getting under that is Carew. And he says he's got it for the out. And now here's Robinson. Robinson 1 for 4, an RBI single and reached on an error. Buford on it first. Worthington trying to keep the game where it is. Worthington, 1-4, strikeout 10. That will be too high. Robinson, 5-4. That's a fly ball to right field. Tony Oliva will get to it, make the play, and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and a walk. And the Orioles now have a 6-0 lead on the Twins. The Orioles did score 6 runs in this game historically, and they have it. However, the Twins scored 5 runs historically, but Mike Cuellar is right now trying to pitch a shutout. Bottom of the 8th, leading off for the Twins will be Leo Cardenas, and he got a base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Cuellar, a 1-3 against a righty walk. The 17 is high. Cardenas, 1-3. That's flying to center field. Handled there by Blair easily for the out. Next batter is Rennick. Rennick is 0 for 2. Cuellar, 6-2, strikeout 16. No, that's just a little too high. Rennick, 5-2. That's ground ball hit the shortstop. Over there is Belanger, and he will throw it over to first. And now here's Tashinsky, and he is 0 for 2. Cuellar, 2-2, error on a throw. Tashinsky, 4-1, and that's going to be an infield single, and that's hit the third baseman, Brooks Robinson. His error rating is a 5. That's a 9. He will not try to throw the ball, and Tashinsky will have a base hit. So he does not have an error, as he will hold on to it, and that is an automatic infield single. And we'll see a pinch hitter for Worthington as he will come out of the ball game. And the Twins will go to the bench. And it will be, coming on to pinch hit for the Twins, will be Rich Reese. 322 average, 16 homers, 69 RBIs. There was nothing wrong with that stat for a year. I take that every year. Tashinsky on it first. Strategy rolls, of course, are off. Cuellar, 5-6, strikeout 6, swing and a miss. Steer right out, and the inning is over. That is strikeout number 4 for Cuellar. No runs and a hit for the Twins. And Cuellar right now is just absolute domination on the mound. We go to the top of the 9th. Top of the 9th inning. Boog Powell will lead off for Baltimore. Twins need a pitcher, pretty much more of a mop-up role than anything. They're going to go ahead and bring out Bob Miller. 5 wins, 5 losses, 3 saves, a 3.03 ERA. Miller trying to keep it where it is, and the Twins hope for a 9th inning miracle. Miller will go ahead and pitch. Miller, 6-1, blank. Powell, 3-4, base hit. Powell goes ahead and gets that and hits a single to left. 3rd hit of the game for Powell. It will now bring up Brooks Robinson, and he is 2 for 4. He has a home run and a single. Infield a double play. Miller, 6-4, possible error. Robinson, 3-6. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Rick Rennick, and that's not who you want to hit to. His ever rating is a 17, but that's an 18. He will not make an error. So 3-3-4. Second base pivot Carew 0, a 1-4. It's a double play. No, the only play he has was to first, and Powell will get to second base. Wow, Rick Rennick, an error rating of a 17, and he rolls and he gets an 18. As he gets the lucky one there. But that's just a ground bout to third. Now the batter is Johnson with a runner on second base. Orioles trying to maybe get some insurance. Miller, he'll go ahead and pitch. Miller, 6-6, walk. 19 will be too high. Johnson, 1-1, that's popped out to short. And Cardenas says he'll get that and make the play for the out. And now Belanger. Belanger is 0 for 4. He is the only bat. Well, him and Johnson, but Johnson got hit by a pitch. But Belanger has not gotten on base at all in this game. Runner on second base. Miller will go ahead and deal. Miller, 4-4, error on a throw. Belanger, 1-3. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Rod Carew. His error rating is a 9, and that's a 16. He will not make an error. He'll take care of it and toss it over to first to retire the side. No runs a hit for the O's, but they have a 6-0 lead here. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Mike Cuellar is going to try to go the distance. He can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. So Cuellar is going to try to get the complete game. And it is the top of the order for the Twins. Here's Cesar Tovar. He's 0 for 3. Cuellar will go ahead and pitch. Cuellar, 2-6. Home run chance. Righty, 1-19. The 9 is good against the lefty. Tovar needs a 9. Does he get the Twins on the board? That barely is going to clear the wall, but it will just clear it by maybe a couple of feet or two. Kaboom! Solo bomb, Cesar Tovar! And the shutout is gone. As Tovar goes ahead and hits a bomb, and just clears the fence. He needed a 9 against the lefty, and he just got it. It's 6-1. And now the batter is Carew. And how many times have we had a big inning start with a home run? 6-1 now. Carew will bat. He is 1 for 3. Cuellar will stay on the mound. Cuellar, 6-4. Strikeout. He gets Carew. Struck him out. And that is strikeout number 5 for Carew. Cuellar is now tired. And he's hoping he can finish the game. Here's Killebrew. Killebrew is 0 for 3, but reached on an error his last time up. Cuellar looking in on Killebrew, and now the pitch. Cuellar, 2-2, error on a throw. Killebrew, 3-3. Nope, that's a pop fly ball to second base. And Davy Johnson will make the catch for out number 2. And now the last chance for the Twins will be Tony Oliva. And he is 1 for 3 with a single. Cuellar looking to go the distance here. And having a 5-run or a 6-run lead most of the game does kind of help. Cuellar looking in on Oliva. Fans here, the ones that are still left at Metro Stadium, hoping for a hit. Cuellar, 2-1, strikeout, 19 is high. Oliva, 4-3, and it's a fly ball to left field. And going under that is Don Buford. He'll come in a couple of steps, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Orioles will beat the Twins tonight, 6-1. Stadium groans. Mike Cuellar will go ahead and get the complete game as he goes the distance here, and a big win for the Orioles over the Twins. The Orioles will now go to 73-32. The Twins drop to 57-49, but that's a good win for the O's to stay where they are in the American League East. And we'll see what 10-minute ticker does for the Twins. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 6 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. Their actual line score in that game was 6 runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors. So we had the same amount of runs and the same amount of hits. Just missed a couple of errors. That's pretty good for inside pitch. But then inside pitch is pretty accurate. For the Twins, 1 run, 5 hits, and 2 errors. The winning pitcher, of course, is Mike Cuellar. Gets the complete game and goes the distance. Jim Perry will take the loss. So a big win here for the Orioles as they continue to stay where they need to be, ahead in the American League East. But we are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. So that is a good game to start the month of August in the 69 season. This season is moving pretty quick. This season is moving very fast. But yet, I guess they all move pretty quick the way I do the way I do a replay. One day for 3 days of baseball. And I think that's the best way to do it. You don't have a long, grinding regular season. You have some good regular season games, and then you just get right down to what really matters, the playoffs. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Orioles will beat the Twins today. So now let's see how the rest of the majors does. August 2nd, Washington and California. Senators 11-22, and that is 2. Halos 5-55, 5 runs. The Halos will win it. White Sox and Detroit. White Sox 5-41, that's 3. Tigers 14-34, that's 4. The Cats get the win. Cleveland at Kansas City. Cleveland 19-66, that's 12. Royals 8-26, that's 3. It's a win for the Tribe. Boston at Oakland, big series going on there. Red Sox 15-31, and that is 4. Oakland 11-31, and that is 3. That's a win for the Bo Sox. So they can't increase their lead any further over the Twins. Yankees and the Pilots. Yankees 11-56, and that is 6. Pilots 7-44, and that's 4. The Yankees are not going anywhere. They're right in it. Padres and the Cubs. Padres 3-55, that is 4. Cubs 13-34, and that is 4. They will go to extras. Padres roll a 1 plus 3 is 4. Cubs roll a 4 plus 0 is 4. That's a tie, which means the Cubs will win it by virtue of home field. Astros and the Expos. Baseball with Demos joins us here at the 10-minute ticker. Astros 13-24, and that is 3. Expos 10-36, and that's 4. That's a win for the Spos. Braves and the Mets. Mets chasing the Cardinals and the Cubs. The Mets are in third. Actually, the Mets are in second by 1 percentage point over the Cardinals. Atlanta, 936. They're going to lose that because that's going to be 4. And the Mets have a 7-11 at 0, and that's a win for the Braves. Reds and the Phillies. Reds, 13-13, and that is 1. Phillies, 11-63, and that is 7. That's a win for the Phils. Giants and the Pirates. Giants, 8-15, that's 1. Pirates, 5-12, that's 0. It's a win for the G-Men. Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers, 7-31, and that is 2. Cardinals, 5-65, that's 7. And the Cardinals, they could be the surprise team in the National League East to overtake the Cubs. On to August 3rd, Washington and California. Senators, 4-11, that's 0. California, 261, and that's 5. A win for the Halos. White Sox and Detroit. White Sox, 634, and that's 3. Tigers, 11-22, that's 2. That's a win for the Pale Hose. Cleveland and Kansas City. Indians, 561, 5 runs. Royals, 832, 3 runs. That's a win for the Tribe. Baltimore at Minnesota. Orioles, 13-26, and that's 3 runs. Twins, 9-56, that's 6 runs. The Twins will get that win. Boston and the Red Sox. Boston and the Athletics. Red Sox, 22-25, and that's 5. Athletics, 14-41, and that is also 5. They will go to extras. Boston rolls a 3 plus 1 is 4. Oakland rolls a 2 plus 0. That will be a win for the Red Sox in extras. And that was game 1, actually. So we have another one in game 2 here. That was a doubleheader. Game 2. Boston, 11-43, and that's 5. Athletics, 16-53, and that is 7. And they'll split the twin bill. Yankees and the Pilots. Yankees, 9-21, that is 2. Pilots, 8-43, that's 4. The Pilots get the win. Padres and the Cubs. Padres, 3-15, that's 1. Cubs, 11-61, that is 7. Another win for the Cubs. Astros and the Expos in a doubleheader. Astros, 13-15, and that is 2. Expos, 11-54, and that is 6. The Expos win the first. Astros, 13-62, and that is 7. Expos, 2-64, and that's 5. They will split the twin bill. Braves and the Mets. Mets got to get a happy recap here somewhere. Atlanta, 8-34, and that is 3. Mets, 8-53, and that is 5. My Mets will get a happy recap. Reds and the Phillies. Reds, 18-21, and that is 3. Phillies, 22-15, and that is also 3. Wow, nobody wanted to win this game. Extras. Cincinnati rolls a 4 plus 1 is 5. And let's see, Phillies roll a 1, and that will not be enough. The Reds will win that game in extras. Giants and the Pirates. Giants, 10-45, and that is 5. Pirates, 7-26, and that's 2. That will be a win for the G-Men. Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers, 4-36, and that's 3. Cardinals, 2-34, and that's 2. The Dodgers get the win. On to August 4th, Baltimore at Cleveland. Orioles, 19-33, and 5 runs. Indians, 4-46, 3 runs. Another win for the O's. Minnesota at Detroit. This is a big series as well. Twins, 12-42, and that's 5. Tigers 751, and that is 4. That's a win for the Twins. The Tigers, they were at 500 starting this month. They got some makeup to do. Mets and the Reds. We have these two tomorrow night. Mets and the Reds. Mets 666, and that is 8. Reds 651, and that is 4. And my Mets get another happy recap. The Mets have now beaten the Reds, including a board record that I think they've beaten them 5 straight. Cubs and the Astros. Cubs 1163, and that is 7. Astros 751, and that is 4. And the Houston Astros are beginning to fade. Atlanta and the Expos. Braves 1214, and that's 2. Expos 853, and that's 5. That's a win for the Spos. Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers 845, and that is 4. Cardinals 134, and that is 2. And the Dodgers will beat the Cardinals. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be August 5th. We will be back at Crosley Field for a rematch between Brian B. and RJL Network. The New York Mets take on the Cincinnati Reds. Only this time, it will be the terrific one, Tom Seaver on the mound for the Mets, and the Reds have their man, Gary Nolan, pitching. What the heck of a game that's going to be. Seaver and Nolan, Mets and the Reds tomorrow night for Friday Night Baseball. Be there or be square. David Vega, Baseball with the Demos, Matthew Stringer, XSG2, Ben Witz, Phoenix Knight, Cutter Historical, Doug Hunt, Marlon Price, and let's see here, Bruce Berkowitz, and let's see here, make sure you got here, Philip Reynolds, Jeremy Brooks, and of course I saw Sports Time Machine. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Mike Cuellar comes on the mound and owns the Minnesota Twins. It's a 6-1 victory for the Orioles tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.